Hey guys, what's up? Danny here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys an update on the weather. So currently there are two systems that are in play, and let's basically just go through like the GFS model and kind of see what it's showing. Now the potential for a very big winter storm is actually pretty decent, right, on Thursday and Friday of next week. So right now, guys, the main system that we're watching for the Northeast is this system, and it's going to drop a couple of inches probably in upstate New York. Really, it's not really going to be that big, right? You know, it's probably going to be the first snow for some areas. I think that in northern New Jersey, it may start off as like a drizzle, some rain, and may transition to some snow. But when it comes to accumulations, there really isn't going to be that much in the way of accumulation. So it's going to be like a little tiny snow event. But then there's going to be a system that comes through on Monday. Actually, no, it's currently there's like a system that's impacting the West Coast right now, right? And it's gonna basically go through the Rockies, and it's gonna be a very powerful winter storm in the Midwest region here. As you can tell, the isobars are very packed. This storm is very powerful, and this storm could potentially transition and basically like collide with another storm here off the coast and produce a lot of snow in the Northeast, right? The GFS model is kind of being dry with it, right? So it's not really showing that much in the way of like snow accumulation in the Northeast. It's really not showing anything. But if you go on like the Apple weather forecast, right, on my phone, I look in New Jersey, I look at this weather forecast and stuff, and it says that it's like a 60% chance of like snow and stuff. So that's honestly crazy how there's like the chance of snow is actually like that high and stuff. So of course, guys, we're gonna look at other models, right? But it looks like it's gonna be a very active pattern, and it has been a very active pattern for the Northeast in the past couple of weeks. But the only problem is that there's just not as much cold air. But now, as we're heading more into December, there's going to be more cold air coming in, and the precipitation amounts are going to stay the same, which means that there's going to be more potential for big winter storms. As you can tell, there's going to be two low pressure systems here. So if we take a look at the upper air and just kind of like compare things, right? So okay, that looks very interesting, right? There's going to be a system here, and let's take a look at the CMC model, which I'm pretty sure it's showing more snow for Northeast. So hold on. So yeah, if we take a look at the CMC model, it literally shows something completely different. So it actually shows an extreme amount of moisture that is available from the Atlantic Ocean here, right? So we could take a look at the upper air for both the GFS and the Canadian model right now, and I'm pretty sure there might be a slight difference, right? But the fact that the models are disagreeing right now, and we do have this setup in play, I think that it's very, very possible that we could experience a massive winter storm in the Northeast going from Thursday into Friday. This could actually be very interesting, because basically it shows it being very powerful here in the Midwest and the upper central portion of the U.S. And then as we go through, right, this system, it turns into like a coastal storm. Yeah, it literally turns into a coastal storm, and then it hugs the Northeast. So this is kind of like a nor'easter, right? So basically, this big energy, it basically translates into another area of big energy here, right? And then, there we go. We have a big winter storm. So let's just take a look at the upper air, compare it between the Canadian and the GFS model, and kind of see what type of differences we're dealing with. And okay, yeah, so as you can tell, there's like this trough that there's like this little ridge and this little trough, and in between, you see how there's kind of like a up pointing thing here, right? This kind of gives way for a low pressure system to kind of slide up the coast, and you know, there's going to be a lot of moisture coming in from the Gulf of Mexico because of this, right? But if we take a look at the GFS model, it shows something completely different. So it basically shows this ridge, kind of like, it shows a very, very powerful high up here, and yeah, it's like completely different. It's like the storm just fails here on the GFS model. So let's take a look at the European model. Let's take a look at what it's showing. 12Z, right? So let's take a look at Wednesday and Thursday, and looks like the European model is literally coinciding with the Canadian model. Yeah, it's very similar. The European model is very similar. It's like hinting at a storm. So if we take a look at the MSLP and precipitation, and we go on the 12Z, right, you could actually, you could kind of tell that, yeah, there it is. That's a nor'easter, according to the European and the Canadian model, right? The GFS, again, before, it hasn't really been that accurate, but I would very much trust the European model. I think that it's a very interesting model, and it's basically showing like a more inland storm. So like the coastal northeast, they don't really receive snow, they just receive a bunch of wind, but then there's snow on the backside. So it's very similar to the Canadian model. Nevertheless, I think it is definitely going to start off as snow in most locations, could potentially transition to rain, but yeah, it's already Friday right now, so technically the storm is supposed to happen in about 5 or 6 days. So it's literally within that time frame where, you know, we could say that this storm is a real possibility. We have the European and the Canadian model are so similar, and it's crazy. Let's take a look at the Icon model, right? You could see rain and precipitation. The 12Z model goes up to 180 hours. So yeah, again, it's showing like this could be a massive winter storm, right? It's showing the same, literally the same track, like the CMC, Icon, and so all these models are literally showing a very, very similar track in nature. That's very interesting. Okay, let's take a look at the we could take a look at the ensembles real quick, actually. So there's a specific website I use to look at the ensembles here. Let me just find it real quick. Climate Reanalyzer. Give me 1 second, guys. There's like a specific website I use. I have not tracked the weather in a while. Let me see. Joe Chaffee, I used to watch that guy all the time. There's the Plumes, Pivotal Weather. I think this is it, I'm pretty sure. You could view like more weather models and stuff. Climate outlooks, okay. It's actually really good that there's not a lot of cold air here in the Northeast. That kind of gives the Northeast more potential for like precipitation and stuff. That, you know, like that kind of this basically kind of shows the jet stream and stuff, right? There's a very, very strong low here, and then the storms, they kind of track around this cold air, right? The cold air kind of comes in the backside and stuff. Yeah, so let's take a look at the models, right? And here I'm pretty sure, yeah, you could view the GEFS models. So let's take a look at the GEFS. There we go. So then here we're gonna see all the different possibilities that the GFS model is presenting in front of us. Winter weather, surface and precipitation. Let's take a look at this. Where's the cloud cover? Let's just take a look at the 24-hour snowfall. Okay, compare models loop. Maybe that's what we're gonna look at. Hold on, give me 1 second. I gotta figure this out, guys. Show you guys in a second. Shoot, alright, hold on. Let's just do single image real quick. Where are the ensembles? I gotta see the ensembles. Snow depth change. Let me just double check real quick. Pivotal weather. I think there's like other websites I could check too. COD meteorology. I think this might be where yeah, GEFS. Let's take a look at the Northeast. Convective. Select run. Yeah, give me 1 second. Yeah, there we go. This is where you can see the ensembles. Finally, I got it. Alright. Ensemble precipitation type. Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Let's drag it all along, and here we got the precipitation type for this one storm that's going to be coming in. So it looks like, yeah, it's going to be starting off as rain in Jersey, and then it's going to definitely transition into snow, kind of on the backside, right? And so let's just continue just to see. Alright, 132. So here we have this potential snowstorm coming in. Some models are not showing it, but some models are showing it. So that's what's important. So around here, this is like Friday evening and stuff. So this model is definitely showing it. A lot of models are, like, literally every single model is like showing the snowstorm and stuff, but like there's just different types of scenarios. There's scenarios where there's more warm air, scenarios where there's more dry air, less snow, and then the scenario that's completely perfect with a lot of snow. So it's definitely right here. This would basically be the perfect scenario. So one of the ensembles is showing something that the European model is showing. So again, with that we have models that are coinciding information. So I think that it's very, very possible the Northeast could potentially get a lot of snow. So let's just take a look at the here we got the total snow depth. So if you take a look at the GEFS, so like by the end of the time period, on average, hold on, gotta go to 204. I think this is more accurate. Okay, yeah, so on average it is showing, wait, total snowfall mean. Oh, there we go. Yeah, total snowfall. Now you can see and stuff. So from that one snowstorm, it's definitely hinting that, you know, some areas could definitely get somewhere 6 to 12 inches when that snowstorm is all said and done. We go back to 72 just to see kind of like a comparison. Okay. 24-hour snowfall. Yeah, again, you know, like it's... Yeah, so it's hinting that there could be some snow and stuff. So I think that overall, guys, there is pretty interesting, you know, big potential for like a snowstorm and stuff next week, and that's basically my update. And let's just take a look at the Climate Prediction Center real quick. Let's just take a look at what the weather is going to be expected to be like. And there used to be a drought here in the Northeast, but it's pretty much going to get removed by this point. And so the forecast is that, look at this, this is what I'm talking about, right? So they're expecting that snowstorm to happen because they got above average precipitation here, and then we have this jet stream where the storm comes up, and again you see how the cold air basically wraps around the storm, so it's on the left side of the storm. So we're gonna have like a lot of cold air for this snowstorm and stuff, so it should be pretty interesting. I feel like inland locations would definitely get more snow, and coastal locations could be receiving like wet snow or like less snow. So yeah, that's kind of how the forecast is looking like. Looks pretty interesting. And as we continue throughout the time period, we have average temperatures in the Northeast, which definitely, you know, are suitable for snow, and then we have above average precipitation, you know, so I think there is potential for big snowstorms throughout the season. And we have Val December 2022. I think that's a very accurate depiction of the temperatures. Again, above average precipitation extending through the eastern part of the United States here. That kind of coincides with the jet stream. So yeah, guys, that's basically my update. So we have a snow risk here throughout this area. Probably has to do everything with that big storm and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, guys, I'll definitely keep you guys updated on what happens, but this is basically my weather update for now. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great day and peace out.